not going to open up and in prayer. I trust the spirit man in me that the room is already conditioned for you to receive. I'm not being disobedient to him, but he's already created the environment. You know, when you go to church, you go in there to do the usher, you do the hug and greet, and you do the choir, and everybody gets you ready, and the pastor says, now it's ready to preach. With your generation, he had you laughing. When you laugh, what does it do? It opens you up, right? And that's what worship is all about, right? To open you up, ready to receive. So see, because I know God and have had such a relationship, I realize sometimes I don't have to be as religious. What did we talk about last week? No excuses, right? And I want to tap on a story, kind of my purpose. He had me laughing. I'm shaking my head because I remember the Y's, a place to come party, hang out. I have my story too. Not necessarily with the Y. It was a block party out here. Accountability. I had a friend of mine. I ain't gonna say his name because y'all probably know who he is. I know you will, but I'm not gonna say his name. When I was in high school, a couple of us, like Ron, I don't know what happens as old men. We always remember those back in the day moments. Like my son's here, they'd be at home, all of them walking around, with these 6-packs with their shirt on. Boy, you gotta put your shirt on with Mama Ray, because I'm a little jealous. I don't have the 6-pack no more. But I went and found a picture of me back in the day when I was playing football with New York Giants. So I'm real proud of it. And he laughing. I'm like, yo, boy, this is me right here. To prove to him, I had it. But when we was in high school, I'll never forget, I was a superstar football player. Me and my boy named Mike. But I ain't going to tell who we told on. Down here on, what's this street? It is this street. Is this Taylor?
Taylor?
Yeah, it was Taylor Street. Good friend of mine was on punishment. His parents had punished him. And I know y'all know his parent. When you hear the name, he was like, oh, man. And he wanted to go to the party that was on this street. Whatever this street is, I forget what that street is. He wanted to come to the party. So, he got on the phone. And we said, man, you need to come to this party. This party is hot. And it was a great party, pajama party. It was, man, we had fun at that one. And but it was outside, is where it was. And we knew he was on punishment. And we knew how his dad was. His dad is in ministry. See, the more I talk, you know that I can't say who he is. But his dad was in ministry. He's like, look, dude, you need to come. We knew he was on punishment. We said, man, what you need to do is you need to sneak out the house. Do this, we got you. We ain't going to tell you to get. Now, I didn't know that my boy was setting him up. So I'm influencing my boy. All right, man, you come over here. We got your back. Ain't nobody going to say nothing. We keep it in house. We make sure no fights break out. Just have a good time. Well, my boy was using me because he figured I'm the influencer. So that my friend would sneak out the house. So he sneaks out the house. He comes over. You know how you do. You dap up. Yo. You checking out the honeys and all that and figuring out who is who and having a great time. But then my boy comes to me, he said, Butch, that's my nickname. Butch, watch this. I said, what are you talking about? He said, Mr. So-and-so gonna come up here. I said, wait a minute, what did you do? He said, man, come on, man, it's a joke. I'm a prankster. I'm a natural prankster. I like playing jokes. I like putting snakes in the tub. I like do all kind of stuff. I'm a prankster at home. We do all kind of stuff. One day, They got me one time. Bucket. I'm walking in the house, don't know, throw the water, and I'm like, oh God. So we're a prankster house. So I'm letting you understand, I'm a prankster. But my boy didn't tell me we was gonna prank this guy. So I wasn't cool with the prank because my name was on line. You understand? You got relationships, right? Your name on the line, it ain't cool. Now if he told me and if I agreed, it's cool. Well, this man comes up now. You ever seen an old man in a smoker's jacket, robe?
Oh, yeah.
It's a party, right? And it's a pajama party. So this father comes to the party in his pajamas. And watch this. Our boy, he was getting it in. And he doing this thing. And the dad, everybody, the room parts. Like Ron said, the dad is sitting behind him. And he's just, working it out. And I'm like, oh my God. He is really working. And then I don't know, he turns around but he don't see his dad. That was the funniest thing. You know how y'all sometimes, y'all be in it. Well, y'all don't do that as much. Back in the day, we were cool. We just, we cool than y'all, I think. But y'all now got, I don't know, the sneaky leg and all that. Everything stinks. I don't get that, but he turns around and he's doing this. And his dad is just sitting there with his cigar. It's so funny. Like this, and he looks up. I kid y'all not. He goes, and next thing I know, he takes all out the house. We're watching him. I wish we had that when I was little. God, I could have him. Oh, I could have him. He runs out the house, and it was a fence. He jumps the fence. He falls. Now his dad watching him like this. Now my boy, we didn't set it up. We knew how to get to his house a short distance, so we ran to his house, and we're outside. He's trying to get into the window. Well, his dad locked the window. He did everything. Oh. So that was so funny to me. But it makes me think about your generation. It makes me think about your generation a lot. It's cool to have fun. It's cool to me, now that I look at it, that was kind of a cool prank. You know why? It was accountability. Like Ron just said, he said something that's so powerful. I don't know if you understand the truth of it. Let's say at this party something happened. Let's say a fight went down. Let's say shooting back in the day. It happened every now and then. What if he would have got shot? And the parents are watching the news that, maybe that night or whatever. They say, oh, a teenager got shot. And they like, thank God that was not my child. Why do you think they wouldn't think that's their child?
He's supposed to be at home.
Because he at home. So they were secure that they had done the right thing. Makes me go back to what we talked about last week. And that's why I want to use kind of what Ron had said. Last week, what did we talk about? No more what? How many of you have ever had an excuse that's connected to really to do something with your friend, and you had an excuse with your parent when your parent is telling you don't hang out with that kid or this and this? You're like, oh, man, I ain't going over that person's house. No, they ain't cool, man. You know how, y'all know how to say, I got 5 boys, so I know how it works. Oh, man, they cool. I ain't going to even do what they do. I ain't even going around them. Yeah, I want to go to skate land. I ain't going to talk to so-and-so. But then you don't go to skate. You go to skate land, but then you run somewhere else. Well, you're in there and you talk to that very person. Prime example, my house. I'm not gonna say this Ronnie, but I know how it works. Oh, I'm not gonna go see that girl. So guess what I do? I drop my kid. I go in this thing and I'm scoping it out because I'm looking for the girl. Because I'm saying, yeah, she here. But the bottom line, no more excuses. And I know a lot of you guys use peer pressure as an excuse. None of y'all said that last week. But peer pressure is a major influence. It's a great influence. Right now it's peer pressure amongst y'all in this room. Do you agree?
Yeah.
What am I talking about? What kind of peer pressure is going on in this?
Because somebody talks to one person and then everybody talk.
Huh?
Somebody talk to one person and everybody can talk.
Yep. What else kind of peer pressure is in this room? As far as this group. Is it a bad peer pressure or good peer pressure?
Good.
It's good. So there's nothing wrong with peer pressure. Statistics have proven to me, and I'm going to be doing a seminar hopefully sooner than later with a lot of churches. Some of you go to some churches that I really want to challenge these pastors. Your generation is totally different. They say, I read a story the other day and it blew me away. And then it goes back to the excuse factor. The parents had the excuse. So let me flip it how a parent had an excuse, a Christian parent. You have 2 kids. One is in college. The other one is a 14-year-old in high school in the home. The parents are Christians. They're raising their children. Son goes away to college. He comes back home for Christmas. When they come back for Christmas, and you're a parent, you know you got a college student. You train them one way, but when they go to college, I don't know, their mind opens up and they start talking differently and all this, but you trust that you did the right thing. When his kid comes back home and the father says, son, have you found a church yet? The boy says, no, Dad, church is boring, it ain't cool. And the father's like, oh my God, what are you doing? He said, I just can't find a church. And the son says to him, Dad, why do you keep beating me up by finding a church? He said, you never asked me the question, where's my relationship with God? That's an interesting question, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Have any of y'all ever had that thought? Where somebody's beating over your head while you're in church, or why aren't you doing something? And you sit there, I know y'all do, my kids do. I appreciate you saying that, but why don't you ask me the right question? I'm the type of parent, I'm like, wow, that was powerful. Explain.